Oh my!
Starling gets it.
No.
Starling's going to off the backboard. Oh my! Nice save. He's going crashing into the NBL 1 Central.
Double take. Don't need to be a millionaire to roll this kind of way. Yeah, I got the recipe to do it every day. Straight to the top, and that's where we gon' stay. Yeah. Step it up your game. Yeah, yeah, we do it every day. Step it up your game. Step it up again.
Play adventurous. Mitsubishi Motors NBL 1.
Discover the ultimate in courts, Dream Courts, the official court partner of the NBL. As the leading experts in tailor-made courts, there are so many reasons to choose Dream Courts. Whether for casual backyard enjoyment or professional-grade competition, the fully customisable courts redefine how you play. Dream Courts offers an unparalleled playing experience for everyone. Elevate your game with a Dream Court designed just for you. Visit dreamcourts.com.au to get a quote today.
Well, g'day Hoops fans, and welcome to the Morford Vale Basketball Stadium for the KO Freebies Game of the Round in the Mitsubishi Motors NBL 1 Central Division. The finals are just 5 weeks away, and after last night's results, the visiting Central District Lions have risen to postseason position. To stay there, they must take care of business against the hosting Southern Tigers side, who last night pushed the league leaders Forestville all the way. My name's Phil Hurd, and thanks so much for joining us on KO Freebies. Joining me, long-time Southern Tigers guru, Kim Jury. Kim, welcome. When you look at the ladder, this looks one-sided, but recent Tigers form suggests anything but.
100%. Thanks for having me, Phil. I look at this one and it's which Tigers team rocks up to play. It's kind of a little bit of Team A or Team B. Sometimes, as we saw last night with Tigers playing against Forestville, losing by only 3 points, they had a little bit of a slow first half, came out in the third quarter, outscored Forestville, I think off the top of my head it was 28-17
Yep.
in a quarter.
14-point deficit erased in one quarter, tied up going into the last.
Yeah, and Harvey White, big numbers. But today, Centrals is a totally different beast to play against. You've got Jimmy Dow, who's played a season here at Tigers last year, along with Jenkins, the Sapwell brothers. The list goes on, and this team actually, under Rupert Sapwell, has depth. It's going to be hard roads for Tigers today.
Both teams, their season looked gone after their 8th game. They both sat at 2-6. Now, for Tigers, they're going, woohoo, we won 2 games. But since then, they've lost the last 4. Central are on a 4-game winning streak. They won at Woodville. They won at Norwood. They beat the Mavs by 34 points last week. Last night, they beat West Adelaide, the Bearcats, who are the defending champions, if I remember correctly. It wasn't that long ago. Beat them by 14 points. So they found their rhythm. Tigers are building. They'd just like to end this season with a win at home.
Yes, they need to play the spoiler, really. Find some sort of energy. Like they need probably a little bit more output from Riley Miller earlier in the game. Harvey White, they need to replicate whatever he did last night. Hopefully he had the same dinner. But
have it for breakfast.
Yeah. Jenkins. Sorry, Bullerbeck back in the starting lineup after having a couple of weeks. I think he may have had a slight injury of some form, but it's good to see Bullerbeck back. Diggins is another one. Like, he had a big game last night. Hopefully he can replicate that again and be the big man on court if possible.
So live from Morford Vale, it's tip-off time. This is your KO Freebies Game of the Week in the Mitsubishi Motors NBL 1 Central Division. Let's get around it. As the Tigers, courtesy of Diggins, gets it to your man. I'm going to call him your man all night, Kim. Harvey White.
I'll take it. He's a player.
Miller finds Abagut from the corner. Hits the short rim. Abagut almost with the O board. Still fighting for it. In the end, picked up by the Lions. And a foul on Root. Now, just let me grab that back for a sec.
Harvey White.
White.
Personal foul. That one just caught reaching there.
He'll get in there somehow, won't he?
Sapwell with a little bit of bit more weights room work.
So the Lions have had a couple of number changes. They're wearing their Indigenous white away unis, heading to the right of your screen. The Tigers in black, heading to the left. And Richards, who normally wears 2, is 14. And Jewell, who's 11, is, I believe, 15. We'll see how that progresses as the afternoon heads along. So the first point, not often you see a 1-0 scoreline in a basketball game, but can happen with a foul shot. Tigers' second attempt with the ball. It's a long 2. And that's by Riley Miller, who is the second leading scorer for the team, averaging 16 points a game. So Harvey White is your X factor. I'm going to go with Jenkins of the Lions. I'll explain why in a sec. When this game slows down, if it slows down, frantic pace as you would expect. The long shot. Oh, the bench was up. They liked what they saw off the hand, but didn't drop. It's 2-1 Tigers.
Still
Turnover.
Harvey White.
White
See
rocking
his eyes looking,
the
and
gold and green. Miller.
That'll be points
Foul.
counted. Maniang just
Oh, goaltend? Yep.
Yep.
Yep, that's the signal given to the scorers. 4-1 Southern.
like Hugh Starkey stirring some soup there.
This time Richards. No good on the shot. So 4-1, 90 seconds into the contest. Already a fair bit of play occurring. Bullerbeck eventually threw some hands to White. Bullerbeck comes in, gets the O board. To Abigail, a couple of other hands. Miller looking busy.
What's the ball?
4 on the shot
Much
clock.
action.
Left to
Harvey
White.
Left to do a little left-hand hooky.
Little hooky shot off the glass, banks it beautifully.
Jenkins
From
in the corner.
corner is Jenkins. I've just got to get. He's my man to watch, averaging 25 points a game. Last time these two played, he lit up the Tigers, 37 points.
Miller with a long two again.
Yeah.
And Ripper Sapwell's seen enough early. He's going to stop and get the boys refocused again.
Great start for Southern. Those that have hung around after the big women's victory, which keeps the Tigers' finals hopes in the women's well and truly alive. Fair to say the men with the 2-9 record won't get to play finals this year, but they can have a say in who gets there. And the Lions are right in an interesting mix. Coming, what have we got? Well, we got.
Kind of
Well,
recouping.
they're having
from
a down year, aren't they?
Yeah, they're recouping after a couple of good years, and now they're rebuilding again. It's that ever-rotating carousel, isn't it, of where people are. Tigers flipping into a little zone here just for coming out of the timeout, just to try and keep them guessing.
Someone at the post. There's a beautiful block by Diggins. Had an incredible dunk at St. Clair a couple of weeks ago that I enjoyed watching through the week. Shot clock has expired. Tigers ball. So 3 minutes gone. And that scoreboard looking a bit lonely. The solitary 1 point to the Lions. Tigers have 8, so it's hardly a high-scoring affair at the moment. Harvey White has just about all of the 8, or so to say all of the 10.
Doing a good job there with that pick and roll with Diggins. Just he has the ability to search pass or search do a floater, and he disguises the two so well.
And again, it won't drop for the Lions. And it will be Bullerbeck, as mentioned, back playing.
Abigail just pulls that one short.
Touchdown pass for the Lions, beautifully received by Maniang. That's how quick this ball can transition if you've got the power in your arms to hurl it that far. And he was almost met by a wall of silence, as you'd expect. Not a huge amount of Lions fans here. It is a 71k trip, the longest in the league, no bucket. It's a foul, and we're...
So Bullerbeck picks up the foul there with trying to do a little dribble handoff. I think it was Abigail.
Meanwhile, finally,
Jenkins gets himself downhill. Harvey White.
that's his first points. I don't think it's going to be last. How big has White been? He's like an Energizer bunny at the moment. I don't think they're a sponsor, but you know what I mean. But it's occasion no die. So 10-5, 5.5 to go. The Lions come in at 6-6 with 6 to go.
Day. Just long on the arm.
The Tigers 2-10, but have been very competitive in many of their matches. Pass across to Abigail into the corner. The bench is up and they're back down again. as Jenkins will take it down the court. As the clock is 5 minutes to go, Jenkins' clock missed by a fair way, as did Richards put in, but in the end it's Manyang who converts it into points. We're back to a one-bucket ball game. Beautiful pass from Diggins to Abagat.
Nice little baseline cut there and caught the defence napping.
Yep. I mean, it's not, you've got to have two things work with that, don't you? You've got to create the separation as the receiver, and you just have to have the timing.
Yeah. You see great defence there from Bullabek, rotating to give good help, knock the ball free there. As Abagat has another look from three, and success.
Well, it's all Tigers at the moment, doubling the Lions 15-7. Some changes forthcoming from Central District. Richards has got two Tigers to beat. Works to Manyang. They're slightly outnumbered, the Lions, and it will be Tigers' ball. This is the 8th meeting between these two teams. Central have won the last 4, and they've actually won all 3 games previously played here at Morford Vale. So the Tigers have not beaten the Lions on their home deck. Mentioned before that it's been 17 games, July 2022, since the Tigers picked up a W at home as the men's team. Would love to smash both those little trends this afternoon on the KO Freebies Game of the Week. So, yeah, Diggins was thinking I can produce this spectacular dunk, but it won't count. So I
Yeah,
won't.
unfortunately it was a spectacular travel.
I'm hanging out for a dunk. As you know, Kim, it's in my contract. We must have 1 Corflute collision and 1 slam dunk per men's game, and I didn't get a dunk last night. So I'm waiting for 2 to make up today. And with guys like Diggins and Richards and Jenkins, I reckon I've got a fair chance.
And not to mention Bowl.
Bowl, of course.
Well for Centrals.
Yes.
And last time these two teams met.
Sorry, Sunday.
Yeah.
Very rude of me to forget you.
He had 2 huge dunks last time round.
As Richards sinks the foul, he averages 20 points a game, 13 last night, 30 to lead all comers last week at home against the Mavs. It was doubleheader weekend, all 10 teams played last night, all 10 teams playing this afternoon on a pretty quick turnaround. Finish at 10 o'clock, play 3 o'clock the next day, or 17 hours. Between warm down, sleep, prepare and travel, not a lot of spare time. Threw a whole bunch of hands there. Jules on the court for the Lions. Hands everywhere, coming into claim of Sapwell. Jules rises high. Kicks out back to Sapwell, have a second crack, and this time he gets it, and that's a 3. First of the day for the Lions. Margin back to 1 bucket. 2:45 left. The Lions have got themselves back into it. Abigail stops some props on Day. And Jewel another rebound.
The Tigers having a go at being really systematic with their offense at the moment. It's just not flowing smoothly enough for them just yet.
I should mention, of course, when I use the word Sapwell, there's 3 of them in blue and white this afternoon. That's the other one in
That's Kalani.
Kalani, number 4. We got Cohen, number 9. And we got Rupert on his feet on the sidelines as the coach. Trying to get this Central District side into the postseason for the first time in, I think, it's the 4th season of NBL 1. Not if the Tigers have anything to do about it, as Christensen. Edvard
Christensen just sitting in the corner there nicely.
Hiding away unnoticed until he unleashed a deadly 3. Miller time. He's got the ball with 1:38 left.
That resembled a bit more of a scrum than it did actually a basketball game.
Yeah, happens occasionally. Christensen again.
Going at the much younger Day. Sapwell's 3 here on the replay. He just missed one a little bit earlier. And
We
had that
got
second look
the
immediately.
triple. We got the triple change. We've got Jenkins back in. We've got Dow, and we've got
Manyang.
Manyang. Thank you, because I'm looking around. They've all dissipated. Kalani Sapwell is still out there, as is Jewel. Everybody else is taking a breather with 85 seconds left in the quarter.
As the unmissable Christian Artacho's stepped into the game.
Oh
with
my
the
goodness.
Brightest pair of Foot Locker
I was about to say they're
specials.
They're
on right
almost
there.
radioactive pink. He looks absolutely radiant with them. A lot of traffic to work through for Manyang, and he couldn't get the bucket, but he'll get the foul. Kim wants to see a replay to see.
Yes.
Where was that?
Let's see if there's a replay for that one. That was.
So,
It looked like there was a lot of movement, but not a lot of movement from the
Here we
defense.
go.
Artacho straight up and down there. And
That's producer Brandon and our two camera staff, Mitchell and Mitchell, delivering this afternoon. Margin back to 6, 1:11 left.
Patience.
There's a Tacho. You can see him now. It's a good way for people not to look at the basketball. You're too busy looking at the shoes. There's a Tacho. No, that was Abagat. Let's get those two. A's in the 30s. Jewel gets his own, does his own laundry. Kicks it out. And it counts. Yep.
Shot counts. Christensen pleads his innocence that he was standing straight up and down. We'll see it here in the replay.
This is Jenkins delivering.
So,
Yep. Yeah, well,
yeah, I'm not sure.
shot counts with a foul.
Tigers will be,
4-point play. That's one way to get back into a basketball game.
Tigers will be lamenting those last 2 days. He missed the foul shot, and Abagat cleans up the rebound. Tigers get an opportunity to go 2 for 1, so they'll go quick.
Tacho, he was trying from a dunk, but denied.
15 left on the shot clock here, and 28 on the game clock.
White, he started that. He's found himself on the other side of the court. Good work rate. Now he draws defenders, which sets it up for Ash Mitchell to drop a bucket. He averages 2.2 per game, and he's just about there. No, that's Ash, it was.
You see a replay there with just that sneaky little up and under effort. Nice reverse layup.
Yep.
Christensen's
Second foul takes a seat.
Christensen's been over enthusiastic defending that one in the low post, and
Jewel.
giving Jewel the foul opportunity to go to the foul line with 8.8 left. Tigers will get at least one last look at it here.
Five points the margin. So White directing some traffic. With time about to expire, got the shot up. It wasn't successful. That is, well, I guess you're always going to take the shot, aren't you? But I hope you're enjoying this one. KO Freebies, Foot Locker, Mitsubishi Motors, of course. We're here at Tigerland, the Morford Vale Basketball Stadium. Earlier today, the Tiger women defeated the Centrals Lions in a surprise, which keeps the Tigers' finals hopes alive. Lions will have first possession. They just say Kalani with the ball. Kalani Sapwell kicks it back out. Then Manyang ends up with the shot. And just like that, the quarter-time deficit is all but erased. I've got to get used to the quiet reaction when Centrals do something really good.
Miller for three.
And the loud one when the Tigers deliver. Margin restored. Few to beat, Manyang. He's probably been the leading.
Just has a higher work rate than everyone else at the moment, doesn't he?
Yeah. And the ability to finish.
Diggins.
He's had a bit quiet. I'm just waiting for him to explode, as he always seems to do at some point. One other game that started well before us, Norwood and Forestville, for those interested. Forestville won 66-31. Oh, sorry. No, Forestville leads 66-31. That's about half time.
As Miller runs it up for two in a row. You need to know the scout. You can't let Miller just come down the core uncontested and go into a rhythm three. He will smash that.
So, a couple of those threes. Margin has doubled since quarter time to 8 points. One thing about the Tigers, both the first and second quarters, they exploded out the blocks. I think they led 8-1. Here, he faked us out. We were primed and ready to call the dunk, and he just went.
The second he
for the
turned
layup.
that corner, as you see the replay here, he was going to line up, and I think he just lost the handle on it and decided, I'll just finish this nicely.
He's playing with us. He's playing with us. He wanted to get the dunk call that was a layup. But he got fouled on Rhett, so he gets the and one as we see the three-point shot
From Miller.
before from Miller.
A whole heap of replays here of just the three-point line getting torched.
Double-digit lead.
Oh, Nick Logan.
Logan comes in, takes out the ball, takes out the Corfleet.
And
Can't
really
wait
took out
for
the
that on the replay.
first row of the spectators, and he's hurt his hip doing it.
Okay,
Sapwell
well, there's
looking
your
for the
foul.
contact early, and then boom, sends it.
Yeah, probably should have been. Oh, there's a three-point.
Jenkins
It's so
three.
quiet from Jenkins. Miller with Sapwell to deal with. So Logan's coming in for his first. Really had an impact defensively. Miller is on fire. He is on 15 points. 7.5 minutes to go of the second quarter.
Rupert Sapwell's seen enough of that one. He's looked down the bench and decided on Bowl to come in and have a go, I think, at the Riley Miller matchup.
Yeah, no, they need to try something because it is very, very rare to see a player, and Miller's done it with 3 2s and 3 3s. So, good mix.
Good minutes there from Mitchell. As Bullerbeck checks back into the game now. Jenkins gets himself to the line there on a drive to the basket that scored a quick little hands foul. Bullerbeck cleans that one up, and Tigers off and running again through Harvey White.
So White got the party started with the first 4 points. That's where he remains.
We'll see a replay on this one. Harvey White pulling a spin move, and
Second foul on him.
see whether this is being held to start with, and then
He looks pretty set. Oh no, that's the other bloke.
Yep. I won't
now-
comment on that.
Yeah, with Phil Herden and with special comments, Kim Drew. Yep. Time for the squeegees or the towels to come out. I haven't asked you this. What's your preference? Squeegees or towels?
Oh,
Looks like-
towels. Towels, definitely.
Looks like Tigers is a towels territory.
thanks to, I think there are under 12 girls that are supporting today.
Got the duties today. As there's another. There's just no reaction when there's a point. It's really, really weird. I mean, when the Central girls played, the women say, there was a fair noise when they did something. Everyone stopped around saying, was it me?
I think some Tigers have actually got themselves a foul off the ball here, so Nick Logan getting a little bit of close treatment there from Bowl, off the ball. So
Bowl's got Logan. Who's got Miller? Still Jenkins. Well, that's an interesting one. It's Bowl and Logan, all right. Logan's shot misses. Jules rebound. So, but Jenkins is your leading scorer. 22 points last night, 25 last week, 37 the last time these two met. And you've got him guarding the most dangerous Tiger. I don't know, it just seems like a duplication of duties. Or is it just, we'll put our best head-to-head? As Bullerbeck delivers a 2. So the margin's still out to 7, 6 minutes to go of the first half. And there's
3 for
another
Colin.
crowd quietening 3, margin back to 4. I mean, what's probably getting me is that the bench of Centrals are fairly quiet.
Yeah.
I'd at least expect some noise in the right of my ear. Like even now with the steal, there's not much happening. 2 cornflakes going down. Cohen wants a foul. Instead it's with Miller. Miller goes to the edge of 3 and delivers another bomb. He's on 18. With his 4th 3 of the half. And by half, I'm talking 1 minute and about 14 minutes of game time. He's on pace right now for about a 50-point game. And it's a 7-point lead.
Jenkins has gone to him now.
Well, Jenkins is, to mine, always, every time I've looked up and seen an opponent. So it's your Central's leading scorer against the Tigers' leading scorer. And so what's Jenkins doing in reverse? Well, he's got 11 points. Helped out by Manyang with 10 and Cohen Sapwell with 7. Not much else on the score sheet.
That's short. Yeah. I can see that one right out of the hand.
Glad someone got that. It's heading right for our camera behind the rim. Bowl showing a bit of dash. Jewel and Bullerbeck. This one won by Jewel. On the land of 3. Not to be. 4.5 left.
Abigail for 3 as well.
Oh, it's 3-point city. Let's have a look at this.
Tigers
so the Tigers are shooting. Is that my dunk?
That's your dunk.
That's my
That's your dunk.
That's my dunk. I got my dunk.
And the Centrals guys again didn't even get off the bench to support their guys.
Now that's, if you're a coach, you'd be.
Yeah, I would be, because you shouldn't be hearing a pin drop every time we get a dunk.
Should be something.
Oh, and they call it travel.
Some travel.
This is where the frustration lies sometimes when we watch this sport. It's so physical off the ball, and there's so much holding and pushing and shoving going on, and then you get a travel call. It's hard to understand sometimes.
Yeah. 4 minutes left. It feels like the Tigers are like 15, 16 points in front. It's only 8. Just every time the Lions do something good, there's crickets. Including there, where they'll collect the foul and take some shots. So, but the Lions interesting. Defensively, their best defensive effort was in a loss to the Mavs. They scored 80, but beaten at the buzzer beater in round 1. And their worst defensive effort. They gave up 130. They scored 113. I'll come back to that. As Sappo delivers. And it's 7 points. It's entirely manageable at the moment. just the scoreboard doesn't match the atmosphere. That's probably what I'm trying to struggle with. Miller
Bullerbeck.
out to Bullerbeck for 3. Diggins. I wanted Diggins done
Great
sometime
pass.
today. Bullerbeck under the basket.
Great find from Diggins, being able to go to work, draw some help. Spots Bullerbeck doing a nice little baseline cut there, and easy 2. This is Sapwell for
Long 3. No, long 2, I apologise. And
on the
there's
replay here of
There's an NBL 1 camera person in a bit of a precarious spot. Almost wore part of that play. Atacho and Christensen as Bullerbeck, 3rd foul. Which usually, if that happens in the first half, mandates a rest. (45-37), 8-point game. Jewell picks it up, and it turns out to be a 3-point play. Colin Sapwell averaging 57% from the free throw line coming into this weekend. But here's the man. Who's he got there? He's got Sapwell on him. Okay. Let's see if that changes things a little bit.
Tato just searching here at the moment.
And finds Diggins.
Nice
3
move.
seconds left. Very nice. Quick run down the field by Richards. Ball went up, and now they're on their feet. Okay. Now there's a noise. Appreciate the effort from Bowl to draw the foul and do something about this 6-point deficit. Margin reduced to 5. Plenty of action happening around the NBL 1, Mitsubishi Motors NBL 1 Central Division today. Timeout called. In the women's, some other results that have floated through. Woodville beat North by 1 point. Figure that out. 19 games without a win. 2 within 24 hours. As is the turnover. Just there we go. That got some
Now that's
applause.
going to get some
That's a
people
dunk.
making.
There we
That's the steal, and to get upstairs quickly, showing off his athleticism.
That'll teach me to talk about other games. Margin back to 2 points. Lions have had a good minute or two.
Abigail.
And Abigail responds with a 3 of his own.
Kalani Sapwell just showing a bit of frustration there, saying, I had my hand up and everything, coach. And
Tigers are in the bonus.
Abigail just with that really long reach, really good from the 3-point line that is so hard to defend. You get too close and he just turns the corner on you and scores at the basket instead.
Abigail, by the way, up to 11 points. The average is 14 a game. 3rd highest in the Tigers team. 5 on the shot clock for Diggins. Needs an inside pass. Only finds Richards. He's off to the races. Christensen at his hammer and tack.
Offensive foul here. So as we saw earlier with Harvey White getting an offensive foul with the extension of the arm, same thing happened just here. Richards has done the fend off halfway down
He's
the
done
court.
the don't argue with the elbow.
The entire Tigers crowd's got up for, we would like just a little bit of the same, thank you, and they've called it.
5-point margin to the hometown Tigers. 90 seconds left in the half. Jewell got in the way of that Atacho pass. And it will be Brandon Jenkins to bring the ball down the court. Attention from Diggins and Christensen to Bowl. And Abigail coming across the back.
Replay here of Abigail, just that 3 where Kalani Sapwell doing everything he possibly could, but Abigail's reach just exceeds most. They have to defend him at that size. Shout out to one of our favourite Tigers people, Ryan Vivian. who's sitting at home watching, just messages to let us know that all is well.
Good to know. Christensen, short, but no dice. We're into the final minute. Lions trailing by 5 and some travelling by Manyang.
Minute to go here before the half, and time out to Tigers.
And you see this game ebb and flow back and forth at a very fast pace, and then you get to a minute to go, and it's almost like time starts to the mark in their seasons. 2021 they just missed. They were 9-9. 2022 6-12. Last year 4-14.
Oh no, here we go again. Put your seatbelts on, people.
Hold on! And that was with authority from Brendan Jenkins. And I've seen 3 dunks. I'm happy. I'm over my quota. Okay. At the other end, Miller. He'll go with the long 2. He's been unstoppable. That's 20 points and a half. Well, we've still got 30 seconds left. He might not be done yet. Tigers have hit 50, on track for 100. Ends up with Diggins. Have we seen a Diggins dunk yet? We haven't.
No, not yet.
So he could be saving the best for last.
10 seconds to go here before the half, and Diggins, look out.
Here we go.
Oh, he's just done an ankle. Trodden on a foot and unfortunately travelled.
Okay.
As we see a replay here of Christensen he looked for the body, and Jenkins has taken the chair out from underneath him and said, thank you very much. I'm going to go upstairs. Flush.
Bit of carnage as there's players everywhere. A couple of them on the hardwood. That is your halftime break, which is in basketball, NBL 1, Mitsubishi Motors Central Division. Only 10 minutes, and the Tigers, in a weekend where the other dogs have done pretty well, giving Centrals all they can handle. They lead 50-45. Quick comment, Kim, before we take our break.
Interesting stats for people just to think about while they go, mate.
2 hours. Go figure. In a weekend of many surprises, what do we have in store for the second half of this one? You're with Phil Hurd and Kim Jury. Kim, any approaches you'd be taking if you put on a coach's hat?
Well, if you're Southern Tigers, you're going, hopefully they can maintain getting 50 and a half and get themselves at least to 100. They've got to get the defensive job done, though. We know that Jenkins is a live wire and can turn it on really, really quickly, and Centrals have a pretty great abundance of depth. As we see, turnover there from Miller. There was a set play for Diggins that didn't quite come off.
One underground pass looked good. The second one maybe not so good.
Which is solid finish there on that one. Is
hello.
Harvey White's been... Are they calling a foul on this? Oh, we got a tech foul.
We get another one if he's not too careful. He does got a second one.
This will really hurt Centrals because that would put him out of the game. 2 tech fouls should be...
What's interesting was he gave away the first and nobody went to him.
So that would be him out of the game. Now, that was probably the first key that everyone was going to be worried about, was how do you contain Jenkins in the second half? One
of the leading scorers in the league. He might as well join us for special comments because he ain't playing the rest of this contest.
That's right.
And he's going to the Tigers cheer squad and giving them all high fives.
Hey, he's a good sport from
I
that.
love that. I mean,
from that perspective, that's pretty cool that he actually acknowledged some of the crowd and stuff like that. That's a frustration
and he's showing off the muscles now.
Yeah.
Distracting us all from Miller delivering 2 shots. What do you watch?
Well,
a fair function of our audience says, show the shirtless man. Show the shirtless man. Oh, goodness. So we had then the women's game. Harrison, he got a couple of blood noses walk out the front door. We weren't sure what happened. And we've got the leading scorer of all the 2 teams here. He's done. And he's done 30 seconds into the third quarter. That changes the dynamic. He's going to step up for the Lions now. And is this a chance? We talked about all those streaks, Kim. Is this a chance?
You see Abigail getting downhill for a nice layup.
Wow.
Tigers getting a little bit of momentum here, and
Well, I mean, just while the Lions may be a bit disorientated and resetting, this is when you'd want to strike. Here is Richards, who... So let's have a look at the scorers. Jenkins, 25 points a game, is done for the day. You've got Sapwell, 22.
so we see that was the first tech foul there for Jenkins. Was the
And at that point, no one's got him. Now, I know I shouldn't use other sports. Even in baseball, if a baseball player is going off, the manager comes out and grabs them, and the manager goes off at the umpires and gets... It's the manager who gets ejected to save the player from being ejected. I'm not saying Rupert Sattler should have dashed on court then, but someone's losing it. Teammates have got to get around them and get them away from the officials before they do something silly.
And that's probably that is right. It's probably the teammates that needed to do that to try and stop it, as Miller's gone down here at the...
Miller is down. He's up again. And he just says, I'll just sit that series out and wait for the ball to come back to me. Amazing through all the carnage and the action and the drama, the margin is 3 points. With Harvey White. With Day in his face and went to Buller.
Went for looking for Bullerbeck on that baseline cut as the second defender came across to give help, and the pass was just a little bit hot. And now we have a warning for Michael Lake.
Okay. Maybe he can join Jenkins for a coffee and they can watch the game together. Sapper with the interesting pass. And I think Richards has decided that he's going to be the man who has to step up here.
The Tigers need to start lifting their game defensively here. They're getting scored on at will. It's a 1 point game now, and since Jenkins has stepped out of the game, they've kind of lost their mojo a bit now.
Yeah. It's actually got the Lions a little more organised. As Day picks up the D board, quickly out to Kalani.
That's a charge.
Man Yang. What do you do?
Man Yang in that situation was kind of... He's running the lane really, really hard and then got given a little shovel pass that... you see the replay right there, and I don't think there's too many players that would be able to do a nice Euro step and change direction at that sort of speed, at that sort of line. So,
as we see the earlier shot from the Tigers down the other end. So yeah, it's 1 point game. We have got plenty to go in this one. Trudy delivered a lot, including this man Miller. 20 points at the half. Sappwell's checking, do I have any ankles left?
Yeah, and unfortunately tried to make amends for it and took out Miller's feet as he was shooting the ball, so he's going to shoot three here.
There's a lot of in the frying pan out of the fire kind of stuff, isn't it? Like,
yeah. So we've got Centrals, as we spoke earlier about foul counts. 5-1. We're going to go
first 3 minutes.
Southern Tigers can go 7 minutes worth of shooting from the foul line every time that they commit a foul from now. So the Tigers need to play smart here and actually get themselves a few more free buckets by as the golden shooter misses a foul shot.
Yeah. Well, he was 2 from 2 from the charity stripe. He's 4 from 4 from 2 point land. Should we get this? Yeah, and 4 from 7. Which somehow adds up. Yeah, put that up to 22. Now 23. And Rupert Sappwell, the ever vigilant, is helping the officials by pointing out a little spot of moisture.
Which was all Cohen's fault in the first place.
Yeah.
Being all super sweaty and working hard as he always does.
Love the lift music when they're in action.
Yeah.
Actually, kudos to your PA person. I think whoever they are, they've been bang on with their music today.
Kieran's he's a good man for it.
Used to play music at a different sport in the PA role, but I never got out of the 80s. and the sport did. Sapwell to Sapwell in the corner. That was Kalani to Cohen. And carnage for the Tigers. It's tied up. 56-56. Strap yourselves in a Sunday afternoon of KO freebies, NBL 1 Central Division. Miller back. Drops more points. 26, I think that is. Central a quick response. Oh, up and away for Mangas Richards. And definitely got my dunk quota this afternoon. I can tell you that
downhill. Pull it back just with a nice, easy little offensive finish.
some of my chats are going off on my laptop about the Jenkins ejection. Because that is an ejection. Two technicals, that's
right.
Technically, that is an ejection. There's 3-point shot from Kalani. Misses. 2 points. I feel like there's a lot happening, and part of it resembles a basketball game. Underneath White. How's that for a move? So often you see players do that, and they just totally disorientate it when it comes time for the shot. That was so clean. And
Richards has really turned it on here. Tigers need to make some adjustments here and work out that problem, because he's keeping them well and truly in this game right now, and Tigers don't seem to have an answer. Bullerbeck goes to replicate the Harvey White move. Abigat can't get the job done there.
Bullerbeck, good hustle. Rewarded with the points.
Rewarded for his hard work there. He deserved that.
Very even quarter of basketball, with a little bit of drama added in.
Ash Mitchell comes in for Bullerbeck.
Certainly been a... We saw the women play a great game, and there was plenty in that. Not sure if Samuels and Harrison will have a coffee or a drink anytime in the near future.
There's an
White
ankle.
goes down. Oh, and you don't like it when they go down, and the first thing they think of is grasping the spot that hurts.
Grabbing the ankle, but almost before he landed then. So very tight move on the backspin.
As we
And
see on the replay, Cohen Sapple with a beautiful little assist play to Richards. What's he trying to do? Stretch it out.
trying to see if he can walk it off his...
Problem is walking. Yeah, he doesn't need to walk. He needs to run and jump and block and shoot. And it's hard if that ankle is thrown away. 4-point lead to the Tigers with one foul shot left to shoot. And the look,
have a look and work
on
out how bad
Harvey
it was.
White's face is one of dejection. And I suspect
they'll go and have a look and
Coach
assess
Michael Lake looks at him, and if he read the same signals I did, don't expect to see Harvey White for a little while. But you never know, might get the magic spray or a bit of a rub in the right place and be back. Well, time will tell.
Sometimes they're just like a little tweak and you can get past it, especially if your ankles have been taped.
The old stinger.
Yeah, but see Miller searching here.
He's running the lines ragged.
Just about calling Google Maps as Abigat gets one up.
Yes, take me the scenic route to the basket, please. Lions trailing by 5, under 4 minutes remaining, third quarter. Really, really wanting a win here. They got a tough road ahead. Next week, the Woodville Warriors, who I saw last night. I don't think there's room for both in the finals. In fact, there may not be room for either. Centrals need to take care of business against the teams that they can win and do what they can against the favourites to get in that final spot.
Richardson with a bit of a party move there.
Yeah, he's back. Again, I want to check what everyone's foul count is, but I dare not look away.
turned into a game of ISO ball at the moment. It's just who can get themselves isolation basketball.
understand.
Yeah, it's
Get open, shoot, and score.
like that.
Sabagat is fouled.
Well,
So Central they've tied it twice, I think, but they haven't hit the front. And sometimes you see teams that are behind use up a lot of petrol tickets to get back, and when they get the margin eliminated, they got nothing left. Tigers just keeping them at slight arm's length. But a lot to play yet. And
gets the ball in his face while he's giving his teammates high fives.
yeah,
Priorities.
do you have Falcons in basketball?
Oh, yeah. It's
Yes, it's a common sport thing. Okay. I mean, my thing always with the basketball is things with your fingers. They're the ones that you don't quite grip it correctly and it bends the finger back.
Oh, yeah. Or you just slightly misjudge the catch and it gets right on the very end of the fingertip.
That's correct.
Jams the knuckles down.
Yeah.
I think I've just made probably about 100 spectators all just cringe with that horrible feeling in the stomach.
Yeah, sorry, folks. 5-point margin. Lions are 6-6. The Tigers are 2-10, but you would not know it. You wouldn't have known it last night against Forestville, the league leaders. It's a team that a club that didn't win a game at seniors last year in the men's. As again, the roar of silence. Bruce, another bucket from Richards. Takes it back to 3.
It's up to now 18 points, I think it is, for the game.
Yeah, Atache. Freed up. And in the end, well, he's the man, Mangus Richards. Bowl. Haven't really seen Bowl light it up just yet. He's probably going to get a little bit more game time than expected. Jewell comes in.
And we see a nicely executed offense against them, a nicely executed score.
Yep, well structured, well delivered, well executed, especially at the death. That's a shot almost out of the Central supporters in the far corner.
Ash Miller trying to sell that he was trying to shoot the ball there from over the framework and behind the backboard.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't really matter whether it's a shooting foul
Yeah,
or not
exactly
because
right.
of the bonus situation, which Central were in, 7 minutes to go?
Yeah, that's right.
I've got Miller on 26 points. He had 20 at the half, so he's slowing down.
Yeah, you'd like to see a little bit more influence where he was maybe directing traffic a little bit more and coming out of a few of the actions.
But delivers 2, and
Nick Logan checks into the game.
Logan's ready to replace Abigail. Logan, his best outing was 9 points against Woodville, 4 points last night, 4 against the Lions the last time they met. Oh, beautiful juke out by Kalani. Deserved the bucket, but sometimes you don't get what you deserve. Miller stops and props. Did they just foul the three-point shooter?
Yeah, they did.
They just fouled the three-point shooter.
Yeah, they got under his feet on that one. Kalani doing all he could. You see here on the replays, done all he could, but then jumps into his body, and they do protect the three-point shooter a lot from that same landing on someone's foot type situation.
I must confess, it seems to be something this year that I'm seeing more of. Or maybe it's just the games I'm at.
It's probably
saw it.
It's probably got to this level more so a bit last year, more so this year. In the NBA level, it got ridiculous probably about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and they started pulling it back a bit because people were playing on it, and there was some serious Logie work going on.
Logie's in the NBA, that'd be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, margin back out to 6. We're into that final 70 seconds or so. Jewell, a long 2. Bowl, the O-board. I don't think I've seen Bowl shoot much today, if at all.
Yeah, I think it's an if at all.
Well, whilst another call for it cops it, let me just check that. Well, he has 2 points, so he must have shot something. Actually, he does have 2 points, 2 foul shots. He's had one from the field, which was not successful. It's 6 points into the final minute of the third. Miller with Bowl, matching his every step. He steps back and delivers another 2. They're very, very quick.
We've seen on the replay here, just playing with the ball, and the screen's frozen.
And freeze frame.
Didn't quite get it well enough, but it's the step back action where he gets the defender changing direction and buys himself space. You see Richards again.
Well,
He's
it really
having a
is.
field day at the moment.
Richards up to 18, Miller 31. In this, they're almost playing their own game at the moment. Miller sort of throw that's 6 on the clock.
There it is again, a step back. Splash!
Unstoppable.
Christensen's.
Oh, that did not miss by much. That would have been the play of the year had Christensen delivered the most
Here we go.
unlikely
He's
three.
breaking the ankles, step back, space, and just cashes it.
It's been a high percent. 85 from 2-point land and 62. He's 5 from 8 from outside the arc. Abigat has 15. That is 51 of the 79 points, an even spread elsewhere for the Lions. And if you just joined us late, Brandon Jenkins is a spectator. He was 2 technical fouls after, mimicking what was happening to an official and then mimicked it to another official, and they both gave him a tick, and it was good night 20 seconds into the second half.
Yeah, they both thought the exact same thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
Neither of them really appreciated the...
Neither appreciated it. So this is Manyang.
He's been very good for Centrals tonight as well. Just that work rate. Another offensive rebound. Just scraps and works really hard under the rim and gets himself fouled. Gets himself to the foul line again.
Now, this is going to be a battle this final quarter, because this is where the playing the 2 games within 24 hours is going to start to kick in. And both games, and we've seen the off.
No.
Rivers Sapple saw it, the official right in front of him saw it, even we saw it.
Yeah, just there's so much holding and physicality going on off the ball. And then you see that, which is inconsequential. Another foul's going to be called here.
We saw in the women's, because the Tigers were so far down against Forestville, they rested a lot of players. That helped them in the final quarter to get up in the women's. These teams both had games that they had to push all the way. And so they're going to rely a little bit on their bench. You can see Ash Mitchell is in along with Atacho for the Tigers. Some travelling by Manyang. 7-point lead, 9:20 to go. Logan is sort of wearing what I almost want to call fairy floss shoes. If you'd like a pair, I'm sure Foot Locker have them in stock. Mitchell to pass out to Miller.
From way downtown.
I feel like bowing in appreciation at the clinic he's putting on. That's 39 points. Meanwhile, not showing any due reverence was Cohen Sapple. He just took the ball, went down and got the layup to keep the margin to 8, 8:43 left. Tacho tries the bucket. Manyang right down the middle, fouled en route, didn't get the bucket. Harvey White is about to come back. That's
Here we go.
good.
This is the 3 from the car park.
Oh my goodness.
And nothing but the bottom of the net.
He's just not missing. I mean, that's a phenomenal shot.
And cool as ice on the return down the court. Just, okay,
Yeah.
what's next?
Nothing special.
See Harvey White step back in here. And
Yeah. Just a little bit of that.
the most politest inquiry about a foul count I've ever heard.
Okay.
Great work, Harvey.
They breed him well down here at Tiger.
Oh, super polite.
So after that, the margin back to 7. 8:25 left. Feels like this final quarter's been going a while, but just the 90 seconds officially. Meanwhile, Mitchell knew that he had was a bit short on the shot, went to collect it, which he did. Not often you see a three-point shooter get the rebound.
Oh, he's got his own rebound again.
Miller's going for one more point. He's got 40.
He's brought his own basketball
Sapple's
today.
almost ready to defend himself. The coach telling Jewel, get closer. Man's got 39 points. Get in his face. As Sunday, Sunday Bowl. I was waiting for him to.
You can't stand
show a
still.
bit.
You can't stand up. You need to stay down and be ready to move your feet against him because he's just a hard-working young man.
Yeah, he's got the job on Miller. Good luck as White back in the ball game. Day get the initial block. White got a second shot, which Jewel collects. 7.5 to go. The margin is 5. Will it reduce to 2? No, it won't. It looked from here on a beautiful trajectory. It just missed the rim completely, much to the derision of the Tiger fans.
As we see Abigail and Diggins step in, they've managed to get themselves a good probably 5 or 6 minutes break there. Artacho and Nick
So
Logan
Diggins has
supporting
just
the
been able to
cause.
sit back and relax. He averages almost 18 points a game. 5 tonight, hasn't been needed. But I reckon it might be a little bit like Molly McKendrick was in the women's game we saw earlier on KF Freebies. She had lots of helpers, but in the clutch, when they needed a big bucket, they went to Molly and she delivered.
Yeah. And that's what you like to see. Diggins has stepped straight on the court, put himself into a position where he can turn and burn on the big guy and gets himself a look at from the foul line.
That's the first team foul against the Lions this quarter. Interestingly, with 7 minutes 16 left, the Tigers are already at 14 fouls, so that could be interesting later. Diggins gets the first, misses the second. 6 points. The margin. Manyang says, I'm going coast to coast and gets fouled.
That'll be Tigers' fifth. There's some serious confusion there with who was on ball and who wasn't and who was on second. And Manyang
Do they
just
have that routine
keeps...
for basketball as well, do they?
No, they don't, unfortunately. It's just...
Who's on point?
There's some serious confusion there, and Manyang just keeps playing.
Yeah.
Gets himself to the foul line, just needs to reward himself from the foul line here. He's having a big game.
Well, they're spreading the load. Jenkins left with 15 points in a half and a bit of basketball. Cohen Sapple's on 16. Manyang is now on 16. And Richards is the one who stepped up the most on 18. Richards might get a double-double. He's on 8 rebounds. And Bullerbeck might get a double-double. He's on 8 points, 9 rebounds. Needs a bucket and a board.
We've got a moving screen here on Mitchell.
Tail squad out and about again.
Oh, I just missed it on the replay. I was too busy looking at the umpire's call and I unfortunately just missed talking through it.
I'm sure those at home watching K-Freebie saw it all. We thank producer Brandon and the two Mitchells for their great work, giving you the great pictures and production.
Yeah,
Phil Hurd and Kim Jury with the microphones.
It's a luxury working with these guys.
You're enjoying having a
replays.
TV set to look at, aren't
Oh,
you?
that's great.
Diggins.
Diggins just
Goes
playing
deep.
manly. Gets himself fouled. He finally gets to the foul line.
As we see the replay back a bit. That's a fantastic effort
Mitchell.
from Cohen Sappo to deliver the last bucket. So it is a 1-bucket ball game. Goes back and forth. Been between about 3 and 7 points for most of the second half. Diggins a chance to extend it.
Tigers getting back to their starting lineup to try and finish this one off. Blakey.
White hasn't been in action too much, but doesn't look too hindered. Well, in another league, it'd be dinner time.
Yes.
Although is that only if the away team misses?
Michael Wade calls timeout. He's seen enough here. He wants his team to play some defence, I think.
Yep, 83-82. Strap yourselves in, folks.
Frustrated again with Sapwell just being able to get himself downhill and score at will.
Different Tigers are having their moment. Going now up to...
I don't think the way he went about it was too demonstrative or anything like that, but it was...
It's not... It was ill-advised.
Yeah.
As opposed to something of a violent nature.
Yes, that's right.
But the game has progressed without him.
Abagut with a nice finish there off the baseline.
He's been a little quiet achiever tonight, Abagut. 17 points, which beats his season average of 14. 3 points the margin. Starting to keep an eye on that clock, which is down to 5:40. Richard shot missed. Abagut gets the D board. Miller and Bowl.
Continue there.
I think Miller's still on 39 points. Haven't missed his 40th.
Diggins just lost the handle, but still finds a way to score. Bit of a grimace there.
Do you believe the basketballs have a mind of their own?
Oh, definitely. It never seemed to...
Because that one was in, it was coming out. It's like, I'm going back in. Check this out on the replay, folks.
Christensen gets himself
I'm going out. No, I'm not.
Christensen's committed the same sin here. He's fouled and then given up a tech foul in the process.
He needs to look at the paddle.
Nick Logan comes back in the game.
And you notice there's no hit the road, Jack. There's nothing.
It's very quiet.
Well, what's important is what Sapwell can do here. Margin was 5, now 4.
It really hurts the team when you're up by 5 at that point in time and just give up that extra one. You just don't need it. The Tigers need all the help they can get to try and get this win at home. And
so that was a tech foul which didn't help his cause, and Michael Lake was warned. Sapwell's delivered 2. He's going to get a 3rd. He's up to 22. Make that 23. And it's 2 points here at Tigerland.
And I still can't tell who's got momentum here at the moment. It's I see Bowl just face guarding Miller here everywhere off the court.
It's pretty much bucket for bucket. And it's those 3-point plays or those extra foul shots that are just moving the margin. 5 on the shot clock.
With a move.
He stepped back and too much. I want to thank Foot Locker, also KO Freebies, giving us the game of the week in the Mitsubishi Motors NBL and Central Division, and certainly these two clubs have delivered plenty of entertainment this afternoon, and it ain't done yet, as Manyang has put the Lions in front. Coach Sapwell is up and cheering, even if not many others are. I reckon that's the first time. Maybe the first point was the Lions, a foul shot. Since then, it's been all the Tigers in a must-win for Central. And is this maybe the moment where I mentioned the stat that I've about, as it will be a chance for the Lions. Let's talk about the Tigers.
Mangan 3 up here on the replay, just cool as ice.
Yeah, there's your lead, folks. Just moved. So it's the plan for the Safari Cup. Last time they met, it was a 6-point win to the Lions. It's the first one misses. So the Tigers in margins by single digits. Lost to South by 4, lost to Central by 6, lost to the Bearcats by 5, beat the Mavs by 3 and lost to Woodville by 6. And Forestville last night by 3. So close games have not been their friend. but a chance for redemption. Break the home losing streak. Beat the Lions here in the men's for the first time in the NBL 1 era. If they can do something about a 2-point deficit. That misses. We're under 4 minutes. Manyang delivers again. He's into the 20s. They found their rhythm, and look.
Tigers will be looking back at this tape saying, I wish we played defence in the second half.
Yeah.
Since Jenkins came out of the game.
It's actually galvanised the Lions.
Yeah, it's galvanised the Lions, and the Tigers have lost their mojo come defensive time. They've just not played with sort of that defensive spirit that you need to go win a game of basketball.
71 kilometres away from home, without their leading scorer, trailing by double digits in the third quarter. Everything was stacked against the Lions. But right now they have not just the lead, but it's out to 5 points. Tigers really need a bucket with 3.5 to go. They don't get it, the shot from Logan. If the Lions score here, they're generating serious momentum. And it's Sapple who says, it's my job to do something. He takes on the entirety of the Tiger D and collects the foul.
So he's getting himself into the keyway and just steps through, catches Logan by the arm and knows all the moves to get himself to the foul line properly.
All the tricks to get that whistle. See the shot there. Margin out to 6.
And things get very quiet very quickly.
Yep. Ain't over yet. He can do a lot in 3 minutes of basketball. But the scoring has stopped for the Tigers, and the Lions sort of give the impression they're just starting to get going. Here's a man who's got to step up. Bring them back, Diggins.
Yeah, that's the difference. Tigers get themselves into the paint, but they avoid contact so they don't get fouls. Not getting themselves to the foul line and forcing Centrals to have to commit.
Jewell thought about diving headlong into the kid over the corflet, thought the better of it. Steam to be off a Tiger, will be Lions ball. He thought, I'm going to jump. No, there's that little tacker just there, maybe not. You probably, let's be honest, he probably knew it was his ball anyway.
Yeah.
Manyang. No dice. Okay. 2:44 left, a 7-point margin. I really feel, Kim, the Tigers need the next one.
Yeah, it's getting to the critical point in time now. They've got to find a way to score.
Is it Diggins from 3? No. Is it Diggins from the top of the key? No. Is it Diggins a short one? No. Is it Diggins from the foul line? Yes.
Finally, we see them actually go to the basket to score and put Centrals in a position where they have to either foul or get out the way. And Diggins gets himself to the foul line, so hopefully he can get a slightly better look than last time around.
2:30 left. So mentioned before that Tigers are in the bonus. Central have committed 3 team fouls. And after missing 2 shots earlier, he banks that one easily. Second one, no dice. So margin back to 6. Sepple showing some speed to get around Miller.
Taking a slide and
Riley Miller has been on 39 points for a while. It's not that he's missed, he hasn't been taking the shots. Timeout call.
Just lost his footing there. You can just see see his right foot just lost.
Yep.
Just slid out from underneath him as he was trying to go. Too much power.
Next week for mine is the round of the season. Let me give you these matchups. South Adelaide Panthers, Forestville.
Oh,
That's for 2 wins. That's what Central is shooting for here. 2 wins on a doubleheader weekend where you've crossed the length of the city. It's almost like the third moving day in golf. It can really set up your season.
Exactly right. And Central's obviously, you said they've got themselves into that finals 5 at the moment. There's a lot at stake for them to make sure they try and finish this one off in the last 2 minutes.
I mean, if you're in there and you keep on winning, you stay there.
Yeah.
That's generally the logic.
Sometimes easier said than done.
Yep, it is very easy to say it. That's why I do this job. Logan on the arc of 3. Didn't want to commit. Now it's Mitchell. Diggins working baseline on Jewell. No! He goes again. No, but he gets the foul. That ball down, that is just rolling around that rim.
You see Diggins is working so hard and wants it to go. He's wanting to put the team on his shoulders and
carry him home. No. You can see our little scoreboard in the background. They're showing it's a 6-point lead, reduced to 5. 2:03 left. This to make it 4. So Diggins is getting quite a few foul shots. He's converted the last 4. 4-point ball game, 94-90. Maybe first to 100 wins. Sapwell and Richards have stood up mightily.
Bowl again with another effort play, just gets himself that offensive rebound.
Shot clock's down to 5. Manyang weaving through traffic, and he has almost been, he and Cohen Sapwell have been absolutely brilliant in the second half. Manyang hits 25 points to join Sapwell. Miller interesting to Diggins at the top of the key. Diggins knows it wasn't going to go. And Sapwell with the board loses it.
And Amagut gets himself to the foul line.
Good luck being a referee working all that out. There's arms and bodies flying.
Oh,
Who's fouling who? Have a look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, Manyang just getting Amagut with the body as he tried to tip it back in again, and unfortunate for Manyang on that one. His efforts just outdid him in that one.
Amagut 65% from foul territory.
Can Tigers dig in here and get a stop?
1:17 left. And it remains a 5-point lead. Big chance for the Lions. Sapwell double teamed. And
see this
any
one here
foul anywhere, shooting time.
Yeah, that's right. As you see, Amagut comes in and a lot of leather in that one.
And they probably fouled the one bloke you probably wouldn't want to.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Margin out to 6. Another point here becomes a 3-possession game.
Yeah.
With a minute to do something about it. Oh, we got a Tiger trying to put off it, just like that. To no effect at all. 67 seconds. It's interesting, Miller hasn't taken a shot in a long time. He's the hot hand. He does there. And Manyang says, not in this quarter, mates. Now they're up and about the Lions bench.
Rupert Sapwell doing a great job here of not just coaching his team, but also making sure the floor stays dry.
He's chief of toweling operations. As you see the desperation from Miller to throw it in.
That's CTO? Chief of Toweling Operations?
Chief Toweling Officer?
No,
Chief of Toweling Operations. Koto. Soto. I don't know. We're into the final minute. There's 56 seconds. It's looking good for the Lions. One more bucket would absolutely end it. And it's going to be Manyang that delivers the win. As the Lions are the first to 100. 100 to 91. 9 points, 44 seconds. Tigers will play it out. Miller is fouled and he will go to the line. And if he converts one, he'll have 40. But it looks like, again, in a narrow losing effort. Just like that, the Lions out to 9. Everyone in the bonus now, so if they really want to play the we're going to foul you in half a second game, they can start that up.
Yeah, that's right.
2 points, back to 7.
Yeah,
it's still 3 possessions.
Up and after it.
Sapple says, well, to foul me, you got to catch me. Almost the alley-oop play. Except Manyang realises there's no point scoring. If Tigers don't have the ball, they can't win. 25 seconds gone. The pass straight to Diggins. Now the Tigers have to move quickly. Miller is double teamed. There should be a loose Tiger. There's a couple out there. There's Logan in the corner. Needs the three and gets it. We've got 13 seconds left and it's a 2-possession, 4-point game. But the Lions have the ball. Jewel! I called the sealer before. That's got to be it. 7 seconds left. 6-point margin. I'm not sure I got to 6. But with that, time will expire. Hope you enjoyed that one, folks. Just like they did last night, the Southern Tigers gave their higher fancied opponents all they could handle and just fell short. Another single-digit loss, this one by 6 points. Congrats to all concerned.
Yes, we've been lucky for a Sunday.